Hello, ladies. This is a Patreon exclusive. The full video will be on Patreon, but I wanted to start out by giving a snippet to the Wifey for Lifey group YouTube channel. So today, as I prep for dinner, I'm making fried rice. I expect it to taste delicious. I hope it turns out well. I want to talk about alpha women because I came across a video for the reality TV show Ready to Love. And in this show, you have a group of singles who have been unsuccessful at love. Some of them are divorced. Some of them just haven't been able to maintain successful relationships. So in this one scene, this lovely young lady is describing herself as an alpha woman, and I will show you a clip of that.
I'm an alpha woman. I'm more logical than emotional. Men are used to women expressing themselves in an emotional way.
Now, one thing I want to say about those of us who view ourselves as strong women, we don't have to announce that we are alpha women. I think that is a defense mechanism, and it's really not the most attractive trait in a woman. I consider myself to be a pretty strong woman, and there is a place for masculine energy in a woman. Women need masculine energy to operate in the workplace. They need masculine energy to do good work on their jobs. It's needed. And everyone, including men, have feminine and masculine energy, okay? But I find women who like to announce that they're alphas, there's something psychological going on there. People will know you're dominant. They will know by your personality that this is a strong woman. This is an opinionated woman. This is a smart woman. And it's really not good to use the term alpha and beta because there's so many types of people with different personalities. And I guess what I want to say about that is some women are more docile. Some women are more soft-spoken, but it doesn't mean that they are more feminine than a woman who has a little bit more spunk and personality. I consider myself a woman that has lots of personality and spunk. And it does depend on what type of mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm more reserved. Sometimes I'm out of my mind and my husband has to calm me down. It just depends. I use my energies where they are appropriate. I wasn't always good at this, and sometimes I still have to catch myself. But men are not looking for strong, dominant women in the sense of a relationship, okay? A masculine man wants you to be competent. How are you going to contribute to your marriage and to your relationship if you are not competent, okay? Who wants a doormat? What man wants you to sit with your legs crossed all day with no opinion, no drive, no purpose, no motivation? That's just not real. But when it comes to your relationship, and this is something that I had to learn, you have to learn how to create polarity in your relationship. You really do. That polarity between the feminine and the masculine is really what captivates a man and what captivates you. That is why we are with men, so that we can create that balance and that polarity in our relationships. We need it to balance us out. This woman goes on to ask this man, who is a stranger, who she has never met, what his flaws are.
So what is your flaw in the relationship?
Mean girls.
No, your flaw.
Mean girls.
And, I think a lot of women just don't know how to flirt. Now, maybe she doesn't like him. Maybe she doesn't like the way he looks. Maybe she's not interested in him. And instead of just having a normal conversation and keeping it moving, that's how she wanted to handle herself. So maybe that's her way of doing things. But when you meet a man that you're interested in, he's not looking for some war on you identifying his flaws. That comes over time. So it was a very inappropriate question just to begin with. Secondly, she said she didn't like an argumentative man.
I do not like a man that is just so argumentative. And a lot of people do it to me because I'm an attorney.
Well, this is what I want to say about that. Sis, you are argumentative. You know, instead of respecting this man's boundaries, she continued to ask him the same question. And women tend to always talk about a man's boundaries, you know, or their boundaries with men, but they don't seem to care about men's boundaries. You know, he was not happy with this question.
What is a character trait in you that is flawed that you could work on? And when it comes to relationships?
Mean Girls.
He didn't want her to ask it, and he didn't want to answer it. And she should have respected that and kept it cute. But she didn't. And she accused this man of being, I don't know if she was accusing him of being argumentative or it was just a point she was making that she doesn't like argumentative men. And here's the problem with alpha women. Here's our problem. Because if we're going to use the term alpha beta, I will say I lean more alpha. I have opinions, I have thoughts, but we cannot bring these things into our relationship in the same way that we bring them on the job or with children. What we add to our relationships is an element of softness and femininity. And the misconception of alpha women is that